This week is the 30th anniversary of the Earth Network television show. We started the show in 1990 with a group of dedicated volunteers, each one committed to doing their part to save the planet. What you're about to see are some segments that show that the material from 30 years ago is timeless and relevant today in our pandemic. Listen to what Barbara has to say.
We are the Earth Network, a nonprofit corporation dedicated to communicating environmental sanity. We have organized because we feel it is critical in this period of accelerating planetary evolution. To this end, we are establishing a new kind of television network, whereby vital information ensuring the positive transformation of Earth may be shared by the wide range of grassroots organizations which are gaining strength today. Underground News, a nightly alternative news and entertainment program which aired in Chicago and other cities in the early 1970s, was the voice created by Howie Samuelson, president of the Earth Network organization, to express the views of an outraged society whose rights had been systematically repressed. When the people realized that they had true representation in the media, an enormous response ensued, bringing many more concerns to the forefront of public attention. A common theme which emerged on the horizon was that of global interdependence and the delicate balance of ecological realities. The Earth Network has been documenting the awakening mood of environmental responsibility. Our video library at this time includes coverage of public events, forums reflecting a shift in political ideologies, demonstrations on issues of conscience and consciousness, public service announcements, exposure of holistic health practices, investigation into parapsychological experiences, field studies of alternative energy sources, and a cultural anthology of ancient earth-keeping techniques. This station will literally provide a channel for the expression of our community's needs. You have the message, and we have the means to spread it. The sharing of resources is the lesson that the Earth tried to teach us in the first place. Now is our chance to show her how well we have learned. The Earth Network is not here to complain or to accuse the so-called bad guys. We are all in this together. There is no way around it. The choices we make right now will empower us to save our world.
Gee, they do a walkathon for everything. How about for Mother Earth and the environment?
We've got to start not only informing, which is our number one goal, but encouraging, I think, some action.
I don't think nuclear war is a threat anymore, compared with the problem of cutting down trees.
We better start doing something about it right now. Don't you think?
With your involvement, Earth Day 1990 can launch a new era of heightened respect for Mother Earth.
People think of it as a single-day event, and it's very important to us to let people know that this is a thought process and lifestyle changes that have to be made.
And since we know so very little about the rainforest, there's no hope of our ever coming to understand. This is sort of the scholar's plate of our ever coming to understand life on Earth if we lose the rainforest.
Again and again, we see the incredible will of Mother Earth to heal herself. Each time man-made arrogance upsets her natural balance. Now it is human society which struggles to be healed. How can we transform our blind, destructive arrogance into intelligent compassion? The key is a grassroots involvement in the affairs of our own communities. Our social and political power is virtually unlimited. The only thing that can hold us back is the sound of our own voices just saying no.
There is no government in Washington. There are only representatives of the government in Washington, and that government is us. We're not being forced to become a movement. We're going to have to be a movement just to save our own lives. We, the people, have to begin to understand that nothing is going to change unless we change it.
Within Native people evolved a philosophy where we take as minimal from the environment and from the earth as possible. Consumption is by far the most significant addiction problem that human people face today.
What is the connection between a strong society and the solitary individual? Isn't the answer to be sought in the perfect health and clarity of a person's body and mind? This brings us to one of the most exciting new outlooks for thriving in today's world. Alternatives for natural self-care and the ongoing prevention of disease are numerous and undeniably effective. Research supports the need for an abrupt U-turn in the old approaches to producing food and nourishing our bodies.
What happens when you as an animal take in another animal's body, supposedly for food? It really becomes a poison to your system. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said that food is your best medicine.
We are basically poisoning ourselves with the foods that we're eating, especially the supermarket foods. I became a vegetarian in 1976 and noticed a transition in my health, and I kept studying nutrition. Yes, food is a medicine. It is the nurturing element. It is the preventative medicine.
When industry, medicine, science all begin to ask the questions, what's best for humanity? What's best for this planet? Then they'll come up with a new science, a new economics, a new health that will really work.
The environment, politics, healthcare. All of these issues seem somehow to be going on apart from or outside of us. What about our internal environment, the evolving perception of who we are psychologically? The great philosophers and religious leaders of all time have debated many doctrines, but we trace the point of their agreement to a unified message. The answers which last are the ones which come from inside.
Everyone, most of them, sincerely trying to achieve closer relations between various different religions. Practice compassion, love. Then forgiveness also automatically comes. You see, the anger is signs of weakness. The tolerance, patience are signs of strength. In order to sustain or in order to survive humanity, in order to develop human future, so we need genuine cooperation. We human beings, the present generation of human beings, have the responsibility to shape the future humanity.
Today we need compassion and cooperation more than ever, and we can't do it alone. In these days of isolation, we are not helpless. So please upload your good stuff to undergroundnews.tv and take care.